What a nightmare you people are. I'm serious. You're the worst species I've ever created, and I made 3,500 different cockroaches. Let there be ants. Awesome. Thanks, God. Let there be ant eaters. Dude, God inventing sleep. People can have a little death as a treat. Hey, God, catch. Throws meteor. God drops the meteor. God and dinos. God creates a worm. Hello, little buddy. Worm. Thanks for the worm welcome. God creates birds. While creating snake and spider. God. Only 8 legs are left. Snake. Cool. I and spider will share 4 to 4. God. Sorry, bro. You're not getting any. God creating the jellyfish. How about an evil bag? We have a color named after you. Salmon. Really? Is it silvery blue like my outsides? Wait. Why is it pink? Why is it pink? I need you to take out the dinosaurs. God. Pocketing the money. How do you want it done? Make it look like an accident. I'll hit them with a rock. What? No, I said an accident. A big old space rock. God. Okay, next I have to design the male reproductive organ. It is delicate, needs protection, temperature control, and if anything happens to it, the male becomes incapable of reproduction. Therefore, let's put it outside of the body. It's all to do with temperature, that's the issue. Pretty sure I'm not an expert in balls. God, look at this! Humans. Oh yes, it will wreck your favorite stuff and crap in your house. It can sleep in my bed. It's family. God creating ducks. Waterproof that chicken and give it a kazoo. God, my latest creation will have the body of an ape, the voice box of a parrot. I've read this. God creating seahorses. Angel. Any more ideas for animals? God. Okay, what if tiny saxophones could swim? Angel. Okay, maybe we should take a break. And the males get pregnant. God creates humans. Humans creates doom, where you literally shoot demons. God. Now that's what I'm talking about. God creating dogs. God, you're man's best friend. Pretty sexist. No, man, isn't every... Screw it, you can't talk. And chocolate kills you. Can God create a stack of chairs so large that he himself cannot carry it? Wife, watching the news. Some idiot tried to fight a squid at the aquarium. Me covered in ink. Maybe the squid was being a bully. Wife, did you? God creating dogs. Cuteness, fluffiness, playfulness, happy idiot juice. What is this? It's so cute. It's a new species, sir. We call it the dog. I want them on Earth now. Sir, they couldn't possibly proliferate with all the dinosaurs roaming around the nuke the lizards. God. Okay, tiny animals, you're ready to be in the world. Ants. Yippee, yay! Okay, let's make the ant eater now. The what? God to spiders. You'll be small and have no venom. Spiders. How am I supposed to protect myself from humans? God. Fear will keep them in line. God, watching you fall in love with somebody he's going to use to hurt you for character development. God, coming up with the legs for insects. Imagine the most horrible, terrifying evil thing you can possibly think of, and multiply it by 6. God creating the sun. God, let's make a giant nuclear-powered ball of fire be their main source of heat and light. Angel. Got it, so all life will depend on. Also, it gives them cancer. Creating bats? Well, we already made birds. Angel. What if they were goth? God. What if they were goth, though? God, you're going to be beautiful your whole life, butterfly. Yeah, I better be. God to angel. I don't like his attitude. Should have made him the ugly hairy worm at the end of his life. God, you probably have 70 to 80 years at most before you die, ideally. Man. Oh well, I'll make the most of you'll be unconscious for 1/3 of the time. And that'll be your favorite part. And it also will be a thing you can't escape. God creating snakes. What about a sock that's angry all the time? And it also hisses. God making chihuahuas. How about a big nervous wall-eyed rat being a baby? Boring. Bursting fully formed from the head of Zeus. Exciting. You immediately get a shield and spear, and whatever you do with them is your business. God creating penguins. This here is a dolphin bird, and they can also dance. God making pandas. Cow bears. What? Did I stutter? Oh, I read this. God, I've created donuts. Angel. Oh, they're yummy, but why the hole? Because they are holy, that's why. God creating seahorses. Angel. Any more ideas for animals? Okay, what if tiny saxophones could swim? God creating animals. I want to create a bag of evil. Angel. And name it something really sweet. Say hi to the jellyfish. God giggling. They are going to be so tiny. Ants. Tiny. Got it. But oh my lord, so strong. God creating the grapefruit. Another citrus. Angel. Like a lime? Bigger. A lemon? Bigger. An orange? I said bigger. Sweeter too? No, like battery acid and shards. Poison so they don't eat it? No, make it the healthiest one. Soup was invented in 1927 by John Soup when he wanted to drink a chicken. If God created the sun on the 4th day, how had the 4 days passed? Don't move. Boarding the ark? Noah. Name? Bald eagle. Bald eagle. Hyena from the back? More like bald eagle. Owls. Mark down bald eagle. You're a dad. What does that mean? You have kids. Okay, love them. Will do. Protect them. Got it. And embarrass them with awful jokes. Are you serious? No, I'm God. You can have that one for free. God. Then you become a butterfly. Caterpillar. Wow, the rest of my life as a butterfly. Yeah, lol. The rest? How long? How long, God? Me, looking through a telescope. Wow, the universe is so beautiful. God. Placing hands inside black holes. Thanks, it has pockets. God. You can repeat everything you hear. Parrot.
Humans are the worst, and I'm probably gonna kill them in a flood soon.
God. Parrot. God. What's it gonna take to keep this quiet?
I wanna live in a tropical paradise.
God. Creates Australia. Angel. You gave them literally all of the scary animals. Yeah, but they will love them. How? Creating Steve Irwin. Trust me. God creating bees. Put a needle on its butt. Come on, God. What? Make its puke delicious. What? When God made raccoons, he was like, do you want to be an old-timey burglar or a trash digger? Too slow, you're both now. God creating dogs. What if wolves came in all kind of crazy shapes? God, after briefly checking in on Earth to see what his creations have done to themselves. God talking to fish. You can breathe underwater. Fish. Nice. God. Also eat and drink underwater. Fish. So where do I go to the bathroom? Fish. Just on the land or something? God creating tigers. What if an animal had every advantage imaginable? God creating guinea pigs. What if it had none? The guinea pigs have the power of being cute. God creating babies. God. Make them tiny and fragile and defenseless with weak immune systems. Okay. And make it their first instinct to put their mouths on shopping carts. You're a brown bear. Brown bear. Why am I here? I made you. Really? Yeah. Have you made any other bears? No, but polar grizzly panda and black bears are coming soon. I'm the very first builder bear. You can breathe underwater. Fish. Nice. Also eat and drink underwater. Okay, but where do I go to the bathroom? Just on the land or something? Gorilla. So I'm 500 pounds? God. Yup. I have no natural enemies? Correct. I live here? Yup. And I'm not the king of the jungle? Exactly. Who is? It's kind of hard to explain. Did you tell him yet? Says the lion. Moses. Parts the Red Sea. Okay, what? Why were you late? The fish's boss says. You're not gonna believe this. Rooster. Please don't make me say anything ridiculous. Like what? I don't know. Something like cock-a-doodle don't? That's pretty ridiculous. How many more animals left to make? 2. And how many more legs do we have? Oh, I read this. God, drunk, inventing hedgehogs. It's so cute, but you can't cuddle it because it's got prickly quills or whatever. Passes out. Warm-blooded creature. Wow, I'm chilly. Warm-blooded creature. Cold-blooded creature. Wow, I'm chilly. Cold-blooded creature. Goes into a coma. God inventing the weasel. You know what we need? An otter you can't trust. Creating bees. God, make them highly beneficial to the ecosystem. Angel. Sure thing, boss. Give them the greatest news of all time. God creating owls. Angel. So what now? I want a retractile ball of feathers. We can do that. And big disturbing eyes. Okay. Also, make it spin its head so it looks possessed. I don't think that. And it pukes balls of dead animals. But do it now. Me. Oh God, please give me a sign. Am I doing okay? God creating the best dad ever. My dad. I love you, Dad. And Mum. God creates dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Doesn't create Shrek. God added trees, water, rocks, animals, humans. Humans added Friedrich Nietzsche. What the hell? God left. Me, God, please give me a sign, not this type of sign. God creating grizzly bears. God, make it big and huggable and have the cutest babies in the forest. Oh, I like this one. Make it angry, give it knives on its hands and a taste for blood. But you heard me. God, inventing the hippo. How about a fat horse that's always trying to sneak up on you in a pool when you thought it would be easy peasy lemon squeezy, but it turns out to be difficult, lemon difficult. I keep saying hard lime difficult time and no one ever joins me. Wait, that's actually really good. I'm gonna pop this out of the tags. Citrus the process. Scientists create horrifically mutated spider-like creatures. I have one question for God, why? Christ bros, it's over. An atheist, a believer. Amazing! God answered the believer's prayers by sending him an atheist to build a boat. The Lord works in mysterious ways. God, making bats. God, just make like a hairy black potato with wings. God? Also, it sleeps upside down like an idiot. Assigning roles. The sun shall fuel all life on Earth. Sun. Sounds good. And the moon shall make tiny waves and werewolves. Moon. Oh yeah. Adam. Naming the birds. Tits. God. Okay, but let's take this a little more seriously. Adam. Blue-footed boobies. God. You can't name all the birds after Bobs. Adam. Pointing to a rooster. God creating alligator. You see that log? Yeah. Fill it with teeth. Say it again. Fill it. God created the ocean so we would never run out of fresh water to drink. God. Let me just make it salty. Creating octopus. Give it 8 super strong arms and hands. We're out of bones. 8 with floppy arms with suction cup things. God. You're a cephalopod. Octopus. What does that mean? You have 8 arms. And camouflage and venom? What? No. Can we vote on it? Okay. 8-2. I win. Never doing that again. Later. You're a snake. Snake. God creating mosquitoes. I wonder how I could get everyone to spray chemicals on themselves and also slap their own faces. God. My latest creation will have the body of an ape, the voice box of a parrot, the skin of a pig, and the intelligence of a dolphin. I call it human, and it will destroy everything else I've made. God creating seahorses. Give them a horse's head. Sure. Gills and tiny baby fins. Lol. Males give birth. Oh, what? God creating kittens. Make them really fluffy and adorable, like little furry hugs. That's so sweet. Put razor blades on their feet. God making pandas. God. Cow bears. Angel. What? Did I stutter? Take it a cow and make it a bear. God creating seahorses. God creating the walrus. What if a dog bear fish? You mean a seal? Yeah. What if one of those smashed a saber-toothed tiger? God creating moles. Make him blind. Okay. And deaf. Why? Just because, why not? God making an emu. How about you take that pile of hay and give it legs? I'm going on a smoke break. Jam that tiger and that dolphin. God creating sharks. This is exactly what he said. God creating whales. I want a fat blue piece of blob with a 20-foot fang and it sings underwater. Also, get me a beer. No, wait, 5 beers. God inventing this joke format. How about like a messed up description of an ordinary thing? Whoa, breaking the 4th wall here. The creation of nostalgia. God. Okay, give the children all the happy feelings. Angel. Okay, now as they age, don't let them recreate those feelings. Make them hyper aware that they once had something they will never have again. Dude, what is your problem? How many more animals left to make? Angel. 2. And how many more legs do we have? 100. Centipede, I call dibs. Snake, you a-hole. You couldn't give 2 to the snakes over here? 4 even? God making coconuts. Hair on the outside? Yep. Milk on the inside? Yep. So this is another mammal? No. God. You're the largest bird in the world. Ostrich. Really? You can weigh up to 345 pounds. I did not know they could get that heavy. Wow. And run up to 43 miles per hour. Makes sense. Gotta get a running start if I'm gonna fly. I mean, that's just, yeah, you're not flying ostrich. Sorry, man. Why is the speed of light that? What? The speed of light in a vacuum is 299,792,458 meters per second. Why? God. First of all, the speed of light is 1, idiot. God, how do I learn about my mistakes? Identify one mistake in your girlfriend and tell her to correct it. She will tell you all of your mistakes along with your family's and friends' mistakes too. I like wolves, but I also like foxes. God. Hold my holy water. Creation of the kangaroo. Okay, so the deer was a big hit. Let's work off that. Angel 1. What if it could carry its offspring with it for protection? Okay, that's kind of weak, Sharon, but we'll add it. Angel 2. What if it could kick the hell out of you? There it is. God creating dogs. These turned out great. I'm gonna want all of these back at some point. God creating praying mantis. Make an insect that does karate. Angel. Okay, now make it bite her husband's head off. Dude, we need to talk. God creating the walrus. Only God can judge me. And honestly, he's not a fan of me either. You. I'm gonna make my character so fit. I'm gonna make this guy play video games for 12 hours straight. Does that mean the guy who made this meme is God? God. And finally, these are the smartest animals I have created. I call them humans. Angel. That one just tried to push a door that says pull. Yup. That one just said sorry to a mannequin. Well, that one is crying because a bird flew too close to them. Shut up. When I was around 5, I asked my mum why some people were different colors, and she said, because God wanted lots of flavors. And let me tell you, that was the wrong thing to say, because for the next 3 years, I thought God ate people when they died. God creates humans. Human creates Lord of the Rings. God. God creating spiders. Make it have 8 legs. Seems excessive, but okay. And 8 eyes. You need to calm down a little. Give it a butt rope. Corgi. Asking God why my legs are so short. God, that's just what legs look like. Oh, cool. Giraffe walks by. You weren't supposed to see that. Well, giraffe's legs are too long and Corgi's legs are too short. Adam and Eve. Sin. God. Your game mode has been updated to survival mode. God creating mushrooms. God. Some go on pizzas. Ooh, tasty. Some make you trip balls. And some just end your life. Are you okay? God making chimps. God. Shrink a gorilla and make it smart. Okay, and what sound should it make? Literally just have it scream. Biblical times. God. Oh no. What? I just realized I've been leaning on the frog button. God. At the end of a long day creating animals. Okay, what if a cow ate magic mushrooms and saw its reflection in a pond? Draws giraffe. Let's do it. God. There, my first animal. Snake. You're not done, right? How am I supposed to move? Like this. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Just kind of shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Dude, you guys can move very quickly though, so it's not all bad.